Hello dear students, welcome in science class. So we have started with the topic nutrition, first life process, and we have done autotrophic nutrition along with the activities. So our next topic is about the heterotrophic nutrition. That means the organism depends on others for their food. Hetero means on others. Okay, and troph means nutrition. They are depending on others for their food. Now, on depending upon the availability of the type of the food, there are three main types of heterotrophic nutrition: saprotrophic nutrition, parasitic nutrition, holozoic nutrition. Okay, the first one is saprotrophic nutrition, that means in which the organism feeds on dead and decaying organisms, dead and decaying matter. Okay, dead and decaying matter, that means they digest the food, they simplified the food outside the body and then absorb it. Okay, so that in this type of nutrition the extracellular digestion is there, because they first convert the material into simple way, into simpler substances, and then consume it, and then in the simplified way they absorb it. That is the extracellular digestion. This question may be asked in 1 mark question, means in which type of nutrition extracellular digestion takes place. So you will write the saprotrophic nutrition. If they asked for the examples, then you will write the different type of fungus. Okay, fungi is there, that is bread mold or mushrooms, yeast, and some bacteria are there that are saprotrophic in nutrition. Now come to the next, that is parasitic nutrition. Parasitic nutrition means in which the organism feeds on or depends upon living host. They depends upon living host, that are called parasites or parasitic nutrition. Okay, the nutrition in which the organism feeds upon living host or others body, on other living host body, then it is called parasitic nutrition. Okay, and it do not kill the host. Without killing the host, it takes the nutrition from the organism. Examples are leech, worms, as you have studied in 9th standard, worms. Okay, nematodes, they are parasites. ठीक है, ticks, cuscuta, that is the amarbale, lice. These all are examples of parasitic organisms. Okay, they are having the parasitic mode of nutrition. Now the next is holozoic. Holo means whole. They take whole food inside in the form of solid or liquid. They take the whole food inside and then digest it or broken down it into simpler soluble molecules. That is called holozoic nutrition. Okay, in which the organisms takes the whole food, okay, takes whole food and then convert it into simpler soluble forms, that are called holozoic nutrition. Okay, that means in this intracellular digestion is there. Intracellular, the digestion process takes place inside the body, and in this outside the body. Okay, and the holozoic nutrition examples are amoeba, paramecium, cat, animals including human beings. Okay, these are the examples of holozoic nutrition. In the exam, definition may be asked or the examples So you can write accordingly. So now the next is steps of Holozoic nutrition. This you have done in class 7th. That is the different steps of Holozoic nutrition. Okay, assume yourself what you will do when you take the food. Your first step is you taken in the food. You are taking the food in through mouth. That is called ingestion. Taking in of food is called ingestion. The second one, after the ingestion, there is the breakdown of complex molecules into simpler one. That is called digestion. The complex food materials broken down into simpler soluble forms. Simple soluble forms. That is the process of digestion. Third is absorption. Now, after digestion, our body will absorb the important nutrients, okay, because that will get used to produce energy, and that process is called assimilation. The next step is assimilation. That is the process of utilization of absorbed nutrients. Utilization of absorbed nutrients. The last step, okay, what we will do at the last about the undigested food, that is egestion. We will remove the undigested food from our body. That is called egestion. That is the removal of undigested food is called egestion. Okay, so there are 5 steps of Holozoic nutrition. The first one is ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, egestion. Egestion is the removal of undigested food. Okay, all the Holozoic animals showing these 5 steps in their nutrition. So students, our next topic is nutrition in amoeba. Okay, amoeba is a unicellular organism, as we all know that. Okay, and it takes food, as we have studied in 9th standard, with the help of its flexible plasma membrane. That is the engulfing of the food. That is called endocytosis. Okay, that we have done in 9th standard also. So amoeba is unicellular and it is omnivore. Omnivore means it feeds on both plants as well as animals. Okay. So, with the help of these finger-like projections that are forming due to the flexible nature of plasma membrane, that are called pseudopodia, they forms around the food particle, okay, then they fused around the food particle and forming a food vacuole. Inside the food vacuole, the digestion of the food takes place and the substances that are essential for the cell that get absorbed, and rest of the undigested or waste material is removed from the cell by the process of by the cell surface. Through the cell surface, it removes the undigested waste from the cell. Okay, with the help of the pseudopodia, it fuses around the food and making the food vacuole. Inside the food vacuole, digestion process occurs, and then absorption and assimilation, and at the last, removal of the waste, that is called egestion. Okay, so in this way, amoeba takes its food. Okay, and this question may be asked in the exam. Okay, so you can write in words also, or you can represent this in the form of diagram. Okay, your diagram itself reveals the whole process. Okay, so next in nutrition in paramecium. Okay, it is also having a holozoic mode of nutrition in the same way as the amoeba is having, but the amoeba is not having a definite shape, but paramecium having a definite shape. It is also a unicellular organism made up of only single cell, but the paramecium's whole body is covered with these thin hair-like structures that are called cilia. These cilia helps in the collection of the food. Okay, these cilia helps in the collection of the food. Movement of these cilia passes the food to this spot that is called the oral groove. From this definite point or from this definite spot, it helps in taking the food in. Okay, in this way the paramecium takes its food with the help of the cilia. The cilia gathers the food, or like when it moves, or cilia gathers the food to this spot and it takes in food. Okay, that is the holozoic mode of nutrition in paramecium. Students, this diagram is not there in your book. I have made this for your better understanding only. So now come to the next topic, that is nutrition in human beings. Okay, we are also having the holozoic mode of nutrition, and as you all know that we are having a digestive system, okay, that deals with this process, this important life process, and our digestive system consists of alimentary canal and digestive glands. Okay, our digestive system is having two parts. One is the alimentary canal and one is the digestive glands. Alimentary canal, it is the long tube-like structure, long tubular structure or tube-like structure that starts from mouth to anus. Long tube-like structure that runs from mouth to anus, that is called alimentary canal. Okay, and in the way they are having the different digestive glands that helps in the digestion of the food, like they are having liver, pancreas, salivary glands. Okay, all these are the digestive glands that are present in our digestive system, and all these helps in the process of digestion, that is the breaking down of food, complex food materials into simpler one. Okay, now we will do the human digestive system.